Shalom. All praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone, peace and salutations to the elect. I'm my brother Makolat from the Great Millstone Jamaica camp. We tell us here to feed the potential elect through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai. And I want to start off by reading the scripture here in the book of Ezekiel 22, starting at, Ezekiel 12, my bad. Starting at verse 21, and he says, "And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is that proverb that he have in the land of Israel, saying, The days are prolonged, and every vision faileth? Tell them therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use this as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, The days are at hand, and the effect of every vision, for there shall be no more any vain visions, nor flattering divination within the house of Israel. For I am the Lord Yahweh, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged, for in your days, O rebellious house, I will say the word, and will perform it, saith the Lord power. Again the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, The vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesied of the times that are far off. Therefore say unto them, Thus saith the Lord power, There shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord power. And how does the Lord speak? The Lord speak through us, the prophets. That's how the Lord speak to the people. So he's saying it now, and in your days, right now, you're actually witnessing the things that the Heavenly Father had prophesied that he was going to do. He's actually going to do them. No, and this is to all nations, not just Israel. This is to all nations. And I want to, I don't know if I will get you a hit on my channel, but, you know, this is a news channel, so I'm going to try, man. Fuck it, I'm going to try. This here, Gravitas, Wayan, Palkisha, what's her name? You know, she was ending this newscast, and she said something that catch me, and I just wanted to play it, you know. So let me just run it by you.
Escape. We'll see where the story goes. And now, before we wrap the show tonight, before we call it a day, there's a report that I want to talk about. Earlier today, I came across a survey that said that most people are avoiding news because they find it depressing. Now, as someone who works in the news industry, this obviously has bothered me, so I decided to dig a little deeper. It turns out half of those surveyed said that they were put off by news because of too much Wuhan virus coverage. And I couldn't help but ask myself, how is that bad? How is it bad to report on the biggest story of our time? In fact, not reporting it would be a disservice to journalism. So to those who resonate with the survey, to those who think news has become negative, I have this to say. News has become negative because we are living in times that are negative, unfortunately. The daily news is nothing but a reflection of our times. It's a reflection of what happens around us. In the last 24 hours, for example, one country tried to dump asylum seekers in a conflict zone. Another has told its people to avoid drinking something as basic as tea. Penguins were washed ashore dead. We had no choice but to tell you about all of it, because if we don't, we would be failing at our jobs. What's worse, we would have been doing injustice to your time. You know, there are days when we too realize that stories are becoming too sad, and there are days we actively look for happier headlines to share. Of late, we've been struggling to find those. The pandemic, the approaching global recession, the climate crisis, the war, they've hardly left any scope for happier headlines. So as someone who's in the news business, I thought we owed you an explanation in case you too think that news was getting too depressing, too much politics, too much coverage of COVID. I would say hang in there, don't switch off, because until you get to know about the problems plaguing our times, until you understand those problems, how will you go about solving them? Think about it. We will look at what else is making news across the world. This is Gravitas Global Headlines.
No, you see, at the end of the day, because she's saying that they're looking for more happier things to report, but what they're getting, is bare negative things because it's a reflection of the time. And that's the thing. That's the thing. Let me get the book of Luke. Let me get the book of Luke. How do I search in this thing again? Okay. Luke chapter 12. Oh, verse 15, my bad. And verse 56. Seeing, because you people that think that the vision fail, you make a sad mistake. This is Luke 12 verse 56. As a matter of fact, let me start up a bit more, verse 54. And he said also to the people, speaking, Yahushua is speaking, right? When he see a cloud rise out of the west, straightway he say, there cometh a shower, and so it is. And when he see the south wind blow, he say, there will be heat, and it cometh to pass. You hypocrites, you can discern the face of the skies and of the earth, but how is it that you do not discern this time? Yea, and why even yourself judge ye not what is right? Because right now, see, the reason why there's not much cheerful things to be brought into the news is because really there ain't no cheerful thing happening right now. This is a time where the Lord is visiting the earth, and as the days go by, it's gonna get worse and worse. Look in your area that you live, all over the world. Notice how people are dying. No, people dropping like fly from the juice, the 2020 juice, 2021 juice also. People are meeting in car accidents on a large scale. Fishes dying, birds dying. These things were recorded in the Holy Scriptures, man. These things were recorded, and the Lord basically told you to use these things to discern the times that you're living in. No, I think it would be wise to be diligent in listening to the Lord, because guess what? He is the Lord. He's the Lord. Matthew chapter 24 verse 1. And Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to shew him the building of the temple. And Yahushua said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And that's prophecy. Destruction is coming, The wailing wall is going to be hit. And all them skyscrapers in Babylon the Great is going to be hit, man. See, it's a total change of world is going to take place. And we are in the beginning stages of that. Verse 3, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? So the disciples wanted to know the signs which would mark the end of Esau's rulership. Right? Verse 4, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars, and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nations, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. And we're in the stages where sorrows, we're at the beginning stage of sorrows, because right now you have famine like Somalia. A lot of children dying in Somalia. Famines in various countries. Earthquakes, 2010 earthquake that hit Haiti was a significant earthquake. And from then, earthquakes to the point where men been predicting earthquake. We used to have this app on our computers, but then we used to have computers called Earthquake 3D. As an earthquake shake, it pop up on the app, And when you go on the app, you just see a whole lot of green thing, measuring the earthquake and showing the size and stuff, where it hit. Man, seeing nations against nation. Look what's happening in Ukraine. China against America. America against China, America against Russia. Iran is now in the news again. China and not China, India and Russia is doing deal and using the Strait of Hormuz, you know, to do business. You know, food. Certain places stop exporting food to non-friendly countries. You know, so we're in the beginning stages. How then could you want to be hearing all good things? Which you're sleeping, man, if you want to hear all good things. Or you're living under a rock. Because in reality, ain't no good thing coming to this society. This society is about to be destroyed. And that's just the reality of it, man. That's just the reality of it. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, right? And verse 1, it says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, while the sun, or the light, or the moon, or the stars, Salakia, oh shit, my allergies, nor the stars be not darkened, now the clothes return after the rain. My bad, Salakia. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. My bad. You know, there's a dark forecast out there, and you see all these stakeholders, these prominent businessmen, they're seeing it. You know, recession is being thrown in the air now. That recession is going to hit America 2023. It says Wells Fargo. You know, and other people saying that we're about to go into a great recession. You know, see, we're going to see more austerity and stuff like that, man. And I have to say this, you know, we welcome it, you know. We welcome all the judgment that the Heavenly Father is about to bring in this society. The society is not right, man. The people of this world ain't right, man. You know? My bad. It says, verse 4, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. Because they're not going to be any jobs, so these stores going to have to close. You know, what you're going to do to eat? You know? A lot of you are going to take a CHIP to eat. You're in trouble, man. Anyway, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. So the times that we are coming in, yeah, there's going to be a time, which is the time of Jacob's trouble. Who is Jacob? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. There's going to be a time when you're going to wake up and not hearing none of these crap songs, none of these trap music, none of these bullshit. What you're going to hear, yeah, in reality, what you're going to hear is, you're going to hear, birds chirping. That's what you're going to hear. Then you're going to know that, you know, truly we are in the time of Jacob's trouble. You're going to know that, right? Anyway, my allergies are killing me, man. I have to go to camp now, so I'm going to close this off and hope that this lesson has been an edifying one. And to the next shalom.